Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, TownScreen in Salem.
Who doesn't love pizza, cold beer, and something sweet for dessert? Unfortunately, your liver doesn't. Liver stress can cause low energy, restless sleep, and an expanding waistline. Protect your liver and get a daily detox with Active Liver from New Nordic. Available in tablet or delicious gummy, Active Liver's high-quality ingredients, like milk thistle and turmeric extracts, are proven to keep your liver healthy and you feeling your best. Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Walmart.com, or NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your KSMO noon hour weather forecast. First up, though, I need to remind you that we are under a heat advisory that is in effect till 8 p.m. this evening. Now for that forecast today, we have a 2 in 10 chance of showers this afternoon and possibly some thunderstorms. We will be mostly sunny and hot with a high near 94, and heat index value will be as high as 101 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest at around 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Tonight we do have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 a.m. We'll be partly cloudy tonight with low around 67 degrees, and southerly winds will be around 6 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are possible before 10 a.m. Then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm between 10 and noon. Then we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. Chance of precipitation tomorrow is 80%. And new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are in the forecast, except higher amounts are possible if you happen to be in one of the thunderstorms. High temperature will be near 84 with southerly winds 6 to 8 miles per hour, becoming northerly during tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night we'll have mostly clear skies, low temperature around a very comfortable sounding 62 degrees. Winds will be out of the northeast at 3 to 6 miles per hour. Thursday will be sunny and a bit cooler with a high temperature near 86. Easterly winds will be 3 to 5 miles per hour. Then Thursday night, we expect partly cloudy skies with low temperature around 64 degrees. Friday will be mostly sunny with a high near 89. Friday night, skies should be partly cloudy with low temperature around 73 degrees. Then Saturday, we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. We'll be mostly sunny and hot with a high near 92. Saturday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms continues with mostly cloudy skies and low around 69 degrees. And Sunday, we still have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 85 degrees. Sunday night will be partly cloudy with low around 64, and Monday will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 89 degrees. That's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
When I close my eyes at night and visions of yellow nutsedge sprouting in otherwise weed-free soil appear in my mind's eye, I know I've spent a lot of hours hoeing in the garden. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. It's also hay season here, so the smell of freshly cut, tedded, raked, and baled hay tickles my olfactory nerve as I doze. My slumber is filled with the music, or is it music, of calves and mama cows separated for weaning. Life on the farm certainly stimulates your senses. I know my muscles remember when I buck small square bales onto the wagon bed, and my back won't let me forget the hours spent bent over hoeing those darned nutsedge plants. But as dog-tired as I might be when I go to bed at night, the sights, smells, sounds, and even the tastes of the day can't seem to call it quits. I've always had a pretty good sense about people, too. Sadly, those of us in agriculture need to use every one of our senses to guard against the self-appointed experts on how we grow our crops and raise our livestock. I don't believe there is one right way to farm. Every acre on every farm is unique. Every head of livestock on every farm is unique. Every steward of the land and livestock is unique. If you are going to get the most out of every asset, your best bet is to pay attention to that uniqueness. You're sure to learn something from talking with and observing how other farmers farm. Sometimes what you learn is that there is no way in the world their farming practices would work on your farm. And that's okay. What is not okay in my book is placing judgment on another's practices if they are indeed stewarding the land, livestock, air, and water, but doing it differently than you. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations in Missouri. Hear from the Missouri Cattlemen's Association on the issue.
There's a lot of different techniques and strategies that you can use to harass the birds in a non-lethal way to get rid of them. Effigies, hanging dead birds in a tree works. Get those effigies through the USDA, or you can get a permit, kill one, and do that yourself. You can also cut down roosting trees that are a habitat for these birds. If you see a lot of birds in one tree, it's time for that tree to go. I will add that, vultures in general are very important to our ecosystem. Cleaning up the dead animals is extremely important. The turkey vultures do a good job of that. So do the black vultures, but the black vultures have become more aggressive. Our mission is not to eradicate birds. Our mission is to help farm and ranch families prevent economic devastation, which can make the difference between the black line or the red line in a financial year.
To find out more, go to agriculture.mo.gov.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
Direct cash cattle trade is quiet and cash hogs are higher at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has been quiet. Bids and asking prices have yet to surface. Show lists this week are mixed, somewhat higher in Kansas, but lower in Nebraska, Colorado, and in Texas. Significant trade volume will likely be delayed until midweek or later. Box beef is higher at midday with solid demand for moderate offerings. Choice up $1.16 at $323.80. Select is $2.09 higher at $307.16. At the Oklahoma National Stockyards, feeder steers were $1 to $3 higher. Steer calves were $3 to $5 lower. Feeder heifers were $2 to $5 lower. Heifer calves were $5 to $8 lower. The USDA says quality was plain to average and demand was moderate. Calf buyers have pulled back some as heat and dry conditions have set in. Medium and large one feeder steers, 613 to 644 pounds, brought $270 to $311. Feeder steers, 707 to 744 pounds, brought $256 to $278. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 659 to 687 pounds, brought $250 to $255. Cash hogs are higher at midday with moderate negotiated purchases. Processors have been a bit more aggressive in their procurement efforts. The demand for U.S. pork on the global market remains strong, and that's a bright spot for the market. But there are a couple of things limiting any upside potential. The ample supplies of market-ready hogs and hog weights that are still relatively high, ensuring a lot of pork is available. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Director up $1.29 with a weighted average of 87.76. The Western Corn Belt's up $1.26 with a weighted average of 87.76. Prices at the Iowa, Minnesota, and the Eastern Corn Belt were not reported at midday due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $66. At Illinois, slaughter-sale prices were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $61 to $73. Barrows and Gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $52 to $62. Pork values were higher at midday, up $1.21 at $99.04. Bellies were sharply higher. Picnics and butts were both higher. Ribs, loins, and hams were all lower. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Can you imagine what it must be like to have nowhere to turn as a young teen? This happens when parents struggle with addiction, may be incarcerated, or unable to care for their child. And it's devastating. This is why Halo exists. Halo provides housing, healing, and education to kids who need it the most. Halo is the foundation of a family for children without one, surrounding them with support, meeting their basic needs, and helping them set and reach their goals. But Halo cannot do this work alone. With your support, homeless youth are given a chance at a better life, a chance that they deserve. Consider a gift to Halo to make a difference in the life of a child in need. Go to haloworldwide.org today. Make a gift now to make an impact. That's haloworldwide.org. haloworldwide.org.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Ralph Michael Mike Presson of St. James passed away Tuesday, June 18th, the age of 77 years. Funeral Mass for Mike Presson will be held at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in St. James Thursday, June 27th at 11 a.m. Visitation will be held from 9 to 11 on Thursday at the church. Memorials are suggested. The American Cancer Society, and all arrangements for Ralph Michael Mike Presson of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. John Raymond Chilton of St. James passed away Monday, June 24th, the age of 89 years. Funeral services for John Chilton will be held at the St. James Chapel of James Gar on Saturday, June 29th at 1 p.m., with visitation also on Saturday, June 29th, starting at 11 o'clock and continuing till service time at 1 o'clock. Entry will be at the Adams Cemetery. Memorials are suggested at the Veteran Home of St. James, and all arrangements for John Raymond Chilton of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen will meet this evening at 6 o'clock in the City Hall Auditorium at 202 North Washington. After the meeting is called to order, the board will go into closed session to discuss employee issues. The board will return to open session where they will approve the consent agenda and hear public comments, including a request for a road closure by David Lytle. The board will then approve trailer court licenses and discuss the leak protection program policy. There will be the first and second readings of bills number 3610 and 3611 dealing with property subdivisions, and bill number 3616 adopting the 2024-25 fiscal year budget as discussed at the Finance Committee meeting last Thursday. The first reading of bill number 3612, an ordinance repealing a repeat of the section of the city codes dealing with outdated sewer rates, will be heard, as well as bills number 3613, 3614, and 3615 that all pertain to the removal of the service availability fee for electric services provided by the City of Salem. Various city officials will give their reports before the meeting is adjourned. The Salem Board of Aldermen meeting tonight is open to the public. The Salem Memorial District Board of Directors of the Salem Memorial Hospital will be holding a special meeting this evening at 7 o'clock in the hospital library. After roll call, discussion will take place concerning the 2024-2025 budget. The board will then vote to go into closed session. Any person that would like to attend by telephone or electronic means should contact the Salem Memorial Hospital Administration Office at 729-6626, extension 4005. The Salem R.D. District Board of Education will be meeting Thursday at noon at the central office. After approval of the consent agenda, the board will consider bids for roof projects before moving into executive session to discuss personnel. The meeting will then be adjourned after moving back into open session. The Denton County Commission met Monday morning at the courthouse, where Denton County Treasurer Danita Williams gave the report on the CART funds collected for June. She said the county received $81,102.85 this month, which is $5,370.44 more than June of 2023. And year-to-date, the CART funds are up $18,389.74, a rise of over 4%. The year-to-date amount collected stands at $461,348.74. Dick Kitchen was in attendance to ask about where the county is on Senate Bill 190, and Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said they are still working on it. The commission plans to survey the community to get their opinion, and they are waiting on the estimate of the cost to the county for new software that would be needed by the collector. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray stated a truck wouldn't start Monday morning, and 2 tires were flat on another vehicle, so shop maintenance was going to be done until those issues were remedied. He also said brush should be cut on County Roads 5015 and 5070. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said a new driveway pipe would be installed and rock would be added to Denton County Road 2070. He said pipes would be cleaned out on County Road 2313 and brush should be cut on County Roads 3233 and 3235. Polk said a man would be going to Springfield to get oil for chip and seal repair. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said the first day to vote absentee with an excused absence for the August primary is today at the courthouse, and the last day to register for the primary will be July 10th. Curley also said there were 10 county liquor licenses that are all still outstanding, and they must be submitted by this Friday, June 28th. At the last meeting, Denton County Collector Shannon Van Kirk said the total collections for May were $93,476.61. The next meeting of the commission will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and it will be open to the public. The City of Salem Finance Committee met Thursday evening to review and discuss the proposed fiscal year budget for 2025. The report indicated the budget is balanced with grant-funded projects making up $6.5 million, which is most of the increase in last year's and the proposed budget. The city is also adopting a reserve fund balance policy for all city funds. The city will strive to maintain the utility fund balances of at least 25% of the prior year fiscal year expenditures, and the budget also includes at least a 5% transfer to the reserve fund balances of the prior year's expenses to maintain the reserve fund balance. This will be done in the fourth quarter based on the financial condition of the city. Two of the capital improvement projects for the Park and Recreation Department and Airport will use previous year's balances if needed. Funds may also be used from the Capital Improvement Fund for the Downtown TAP project to cover additional costs if needed. It was noted all employees received a cost of living increase of 3% and up to 2% merit raise. It was also noted the budget had an increase in general liability insurance of 28%. It was noted 2 additional positions were added to the pay schedule, a parks technician and a plant operator for the wastewater treatment plant. The city did budget to add 5.5 full-time employees back, but they are structured differently than the 6 employees who were let go in fiscal years 2021 and 2022. Those full-time positions funded in the budget are 2 wastewater treatment specialists, a new economic development director, and administrative assistant. Part-time positions proposed were a cemetery seasonal worker, an animal shelter technician, and a maintenance manager. Although the city reached its goal of reducing the dependency on transfers from the electric department to pay for numerous services, they have instituted a 5% royalty fee that will be transferred from the electric fund to general revenue in the amount of 5% of the previous year's electric department operating expenses. The transfer will occur every year. The total budget revenues for all funds for the city are expected to be $23,163,056, while total expenses are expected to be $21,048,249, leaving an excess of revenues over expenses of just under $2,115,000. The fund's balances at the end of the next fiscal year are expected to be $10,953,156. The budget will be presented to the aldermen for approval before July 1st. And you already heard in a previous announcement that meeting is going to occur this evening. The Salem Area Chamber of Commerce and the City of Salem will be holding this year's Independence Day Parade at 6 o'clock on July 4th, and the theme this year is Let Freedom Ring. Entry forms are now available at the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce office located in the Crossroads Shopping Center, and they must be turned in by Friday, June 28th. The parade route will be the normal route that will start from the SBU campus at South Grand and Franklin, then go east on Franklin to MacArthur, then north on MacArthur to 4th Street, before finishing at the Courthouse Square. If you'd like more information or a complete set of the parade rules, please call the Chamber office at 573-729-6900 or stop by 1136 South Main Street. With drier weather around the state, the Missouri Department of Conservation reminds everyone to be especially careful with fireworks, campfires, and other sources of fire that could cause a wildfire. During this year's 4th of July celebration, don't light fireworks in any areas where the sparks could ignite dry grass, leaves, or other potential fire fuel. Always have an approved fire extinguisher and an available water supply to douse sparks or flames. Wet the area around where fireworks are being discharged. Remember that fireworks are not allowed on conservation areas. Check with local ordinances and authorities for bans on fireworks. Don't burn outdoors during the wrong conditions. Dry grass, high temperatures, low humidity, and wind make fire nearly impossible to control. Check with local fire departments regarding burn bans that may be in place. A person who starts a fire for any reason is responsible for any damage it may cause. Call 911 at the first sign of a fire getting out of control. And that's been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, Please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Intercounty Electric Cooperative Association will be holding their 88th annual membership meeting on Friday, June 28th at the Licking City Park. Registration is from 8 to 11, so please bring the registration portion off the back cover of your Rural Missouri magazine. All members registered will have opportunity to win gifts and prizes. The business meeting starts at 9 o'clock, and there will be a health fair that morning, plus a craft fair, kids tent, and a brown bag lunch will be provided. Stop by the Licking City Park on Friday, June 28th for the 88th Annual Intercounty Electric Cooperative Association meeting.
Is the IRS making you feel anxious? Do you have multiple years of unfiled taxes or owe more than $8,000? The tax attorneys at Allies Tax Relief specialize in problems like yours, and they're ready to negotiate your fresh start. Don't go another year fearing the IRS. Allies Tax Relief will stop the IRS from garnishing your wages or levying your bank account. You only pay if you qualify for their services, so why wait? Call 800-280-4184 today. That's 800-280-4184.
This Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. Enrollment in the incentive-based Farmers for Soil Health program is open. Missouri Soybeans Conservation Programs Manager Brady Lichtenberg encourages enrollment for the various soil health benefits.
Anywhere from preventing erosion to nutrient loss, boosting soil health metrics like organic matter and water infiltration rates, water retention rates, as well as the mulch layer that growing cover crops can provide during your cash crop growing season.
Per acre financial benefits include $25 the first year, $15 the second, and $10 per acre the third year of enrollment.
You can take advantage of a program like Farmers for Soil Health to help offset some of the input costs that go into adopting cover crops.
For more about eligibility, contact Brady Lichtenberg at Missouri Soybeans. Brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Brendan Donovan had 3 hits and an RBI, while Alec Burleson had 2 hits and an RBI as the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Atlanta Braves Monday 4-3. Lance Lynn went 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 1 run. The Redbirds tallied all 4 runs in the 3rd inning, and Ryan Helsley got his 27th save. The Cards play Atlanta again tonight at 5:50 right here on KSMO. Salvador Perez and Vinny Pasquantino hit back-to-back homers, and the Kansas City Royals beat the Miami Marlins Monday to snap a 3-game losing streak 4-1. Hunter Renfroe added a solo homer for the Royals, who will host Miami again tonight at Kauffman Stadium. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports is brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. Remember, large trucks and buses need more room to maneuver, so respect the load and share the road. This message brought to you by Show Me Zero.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with Major League Baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals look to extend a 4-game winning streak tonight in Game 2 of their series against the Atlanta Braves at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals last night picked up a series opening 4-3 victory. Lance Lynn allowed just 1 earned run over 6 2/3 to pick up the win. Catcher Wilson Contreras returned from the injured list, went 1 for 4, driving in a run and scoring 1.
I'm glad that I helped the team today. I think they're playing really good, they're taking good at bats, and that pushed myself to do the same. Basically, to get good at bats and help the team in any way I can.
Lynn was excited to see Contreras back.
When Willie went down, it's a big blow, but having him back and seeing what the other catchers did while he was gone, helped those guys grow a lot too, to have that time behind the plate. So, all in all, we're in a good spot. We just gotta keep rolling off wins, keep winning series, and tonight was a good first win.
Tonight, 6:45 first pitch at Busch Stadium. Kyle Gibson gets the start against Ronaldo Lopez. The Kansas City Royals last night snapped a 3-game losing skid with the series opening 4-1 victory over the Miami Marlins at Kauffman Stadium. Cole Reagans picked up the win in the series opener, allowing just 1 earned over 6 innings while striking out 11, and says after struggling on the latest road trip, there was no panic as the team returned home.
Every team goes through a rough patch. We're going through ours, so it's just, keep doing what we've been doing, keep doing the small things right, and, it'll come out where we end up winning.
The Royals and Marlins play Game 2 of their Series 7-10 first pitch tonight. Seth Lugo gets the start against Yanni Chirinos. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams. Each year, millions of animals are abandoned, and more than 1 million are euthanized before they can be rescued. Organizations like American Humane are working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, as animals can be trained as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help veterans, the elderly, and children with special needs to overcome the obstacles of everyday life. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Not all people are the same, and yet when we visit the doctor, our treatments don't look that different. Why is that? Because we just don't have enough information to do it better. By gathering health data from 1 million people, our country's best researchers will be able to develop treatments that are as unique and complex as we are. With this new information, doctors will have a better understanding of disease so they can innovate the next great breakthroughs in medicine. Learn more at joinallofus.org.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Right now at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, get Parts City Conventional Motor Oil, 5 quarts and a microguard filter, just $26.99. Rain-X windshield washer fluid, 2 for $10, and Lucas Fuel Treatment, 2 for $9. Come by today at K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Do you know what to do if you're stuck on the railroad crossing? Get out of your vehicle. If a train is not approaching, find the blue and white emergency notification system sign on the traffic signs at the crossing. For help, call the number on the sign and give them the crossing number so they know your location and can alert train traffic. Remember, find the blue and white to save your life. For more information, visit oli.org.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today at 729-3056.
It is now time for a look at statewide news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO for after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Glass House Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and a camera to help locate and solve your problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential and commercial plumbing as well as repairs. Glass House Plumbing. Call the office at 573-729-0014 and they can get you taken care of.
ADM Regenerations is the industry's leading program for rewarding ag producers for conservation practices on their farms. ADM makes it easy to enroll and participate. There are no long-term commitments, and we pay generously for practices like cover crops, emission scoring, no-till, and nutrient management practices. ADM appreciates all you do to protect your land and legacy, and we believe you should be rewarded for it. To learn more about your state's incentives, visit admregenerations.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. 2 federal judges, including one in Missouri, have blocked portions of President Biden's latest student loan forgiveness plan. The Biden administration is expected to appeal. A flood warning continues on the Missouri River just south of St. Joseph. Massive amounts of rainfall and flooding have impacted portions of Iowa, South Dakota, and Missouri. Whether it's bonds, real estate, commodities, or stocks, some Missourians might be wondering if now is a good time to invest. Missouri State University finance professor Jeff Jones says it's always a good time to invest. He advises Missourians to remove emotion when making investment decisions.
At least in the last couple hundred years, is that markets always come back. And so oftentimes if people are yelling fire and running out of the building, the best investment strategy has been to run into the building.
This is Missouri Net.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for Home Sweet Home. We're for condos.